Welcome back to Metal Gear. Metal Gear 2, actually. Anyway, let's check if there's anything... Alright, Campbell, Holly... Okay, so Campbell won't talk to us earlier.
You mean?
No, Holly.
Jesus.
Our mission is to avoid contact with the enemy, not to eliminate them. Forget everything you've ever seen in action movies. Liar. Over and out. Forget everything you've seen in action movies. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 especially, Metal Gear Solid 4. Not even counting Metal Gear Solid 5 and the people managing to survive an explosion, which by extension leads to Metal Gear Survive.
Go ahead.
The more you sweat, the less you bleed. The more tears you shed, the fewer game overs you get. Over and out.
Very good. Thanks, Mr. Miller.
Thanks for your helpful advice.
Remember, Snake, they played us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not at that game yet.
Maybe that's what the censors had in mind for... Was it Mortal Kombat you were talking about?
You know, Pedro, that actually reminds me. It's weird that despite bringing back also characters from these old titles, like even Miller, or even young Colonel Campbell and everything, the prequel Metal Gear titles never brought back Dr. Petrovich himself, since it's the creator of the original Metal Gear.
Well, they do. Well, in Metal Gear Solid 3,
they reference him, I think, but
they do.
But they never bring it back. It's like you'd think of all games they would have chose Metal Gear Solid 3.
He's also the one. He's also the one who turns a certain someone into a cyborg in MGS4.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome to Crazy Tales.
How nice of also Miller. How nice to conveniently not let Solid know that you worked with a few other snakes back in your day.
Well, remember, Jova, as of right now...
yeah, I know this was made before it, but even still, though, it's kind of awkward in hindsight.
Not just that, but remember, Jova...
Oops.
Well, but remember, Jova, Miller was, while aware of the Les Enfants Terribles... don't worry, Shiro, you'll see what it is when we get into the later titles. While Miller was indeed aware of the Les Enfants Terribles, as far as we know, at least, not even the database shows anything like that, Snake never really told Miller anything about his sons. So, he never told their names or anything. So he probably just doesn't know.
That said, you'd think he would have found it a bit suspicious that he's working with a snake who has a similar build, same voice as, Naked Snake.
Well, Jova, you know how I feel about the like even back in the day when in 2004, I never was really on that on board with Big Boss having the same voice as Solid Snake. Honestly, I get the logic, but they're still really different characters. Honestly,
Well, you and I both know why. Because clones, man.
I actually prefer Keith Sutherland over as Big Boss. I think his voice fits the character much more.
Beret.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it makes sense when they have Kiefer Sutherland because, older at that point.
I know, it's just that I kind of wish he was always like that because I think it makes much more sense to further distinguish the two characters. But that's just
Big
me.
Boss in his younger years, so I guess it would make sense that he would, be pretty much like Solid Snake at that age.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just that I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me to have two characters that are so different from each other have the same voice. Not just the same. It's not even just the same voice actor. It's the exact same performance. So it's.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So do we need to follow the Man with Green Beret across these paths?
Yes. Here's how this works. The man of the Green Beret is very paranoid, and he keeps looking back to make sure that no one's following him to the hideout. So
I'm the man with the Green Beret.
Shiro, it's like the mission with Agent Zero in Spyro 2.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, guys, I keep turning around because I'm worried the guy voiced by David Hayter is following me.
That's a very specific vision.
Just look out for cardboard boxes, Dweebs.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, but you know how I can distract him?
with another cardboard box.
No, I just
with pin-up poster of Japanese.
No. Basically, I've stolen his original copy of the first X-Men film that he wrote. So
Eh? Wait,
What?
David Hayter was involved with X-Men?
Yep.
Weird.
When?
He wrote X-Men 1 and he co-wrote X-Men 2.
Yeah.
The movies?
David Hayter is actually mostly a writer. His only real known voice acting performance is Solid Snake.
You know,
He's done
apparently,
some acting in
Apparently,
TV shows.
also voiced Polygon Man in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
and he was also King Shark in the Flash series, I believe.
Oops, there you go.
But
You know, dude, I mean, I know taking detours and shit, but come on, man.
Why? And he's in the Flash.
that's what I just said. He's King Shark in the Flash.
Yeah, TV show.
You know, it's weird. The first time I ever heard Solid Snake's voice, I honestly thought it was Steve Blum with him, just with a very scratchy throat. But seriously, I'm not even hear Steve Blum when I hear Solid Snake, am I?
I see what you mean.
see.
Whoa. What the heck, dude?
He's picking up the pace, Jova.
He's picking up the pace, yeah.
Time for a change of pace.
It's got kind of, you know, something similar to Steve Blum, that kind of growl in the voice.
Yes, Robo Jova.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I know secrecy and everything. Just get to the fucking outlet already.
He really is paranoid. Do I sound better, or are we gonna have to use my recording?
Yeah, better,
again?
better. Don't worry.
Well, to be fair, he is going to a hideout that he's not supposed that no one's supposed to know where it is. So I guess it makes
I know,
sense.
but there's literally no one around, and I mean,
You know
yes.
what I'd like to
but,
imagine?
Yeah. What?
I know what I like to imagine if other personnel that's supposed to know this accident to him and he shoots them by accident.
All right, you have to be careful in this part, as you're about to see. He looks like he's left.
But he's gonna trick you.
Well, not there. You go. Basically, if you basically there you go. No, I just killed him. Bye.
Why did we forget about that?
Well, sorry guys, I'm dead.
But there's no one here. But apparently the radar is telling us something.
All right. Basically, what he's doing there is he's morsing. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Jova.
To communicate in North Vietnamese POW camps.
Prisoners of war.
That they were used for Korean War. Instructions on the site and the code to be written in the software.
Colonel, come in.
Please check out the enclosed
Manual.
instruction book.
Over and out.
Striking Square 6 alone.
So yeah, you have to check the instruction book that can be viewed in the collection menu, and there you go.
There you go.
Go ahead too.
Oh, I see you figure out my code.
AKA anti-piracy shit.
It kind of reminds me of the Braille thing in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Where's Dr. Marv?
It's been a while, that Solid Snake. Long time no see.
Oh hey, weren't you a good guy in the last game?
Dr. Drago Petrovich Matnar? How did you...
Yeah, what are you doing here, Madnar?
Yeah, we rescued you in the first game.
I just love putting children in Gulag, duh. Marv and I knew each other from the Plague Academy. We didn't speak each other's language, but we were scientific comrades, after all. After a fashion. Whatever. Fuck it. I was captured along with Marv while we were in America.
Very good.
Surprisingly enough, we were in political prison.
Where is Dr. Marv?
He was moved from here to the tower building a few days ago.
Well,
It's not a tall building a few kilometers north here.
all right. We have our destination.
I guess.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm late again. So Marv's in the tower building.
Snake, can you guess why they left me alive?
Because you're the main character of this story, I don't know. They just need you for something. And that means...
Dun dun dun. Yes, Metal Gear, Snake. It is here in Zanzibar Land.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a Metal Gear game if it didn't have Metal Gear, I guess.
Unless it's in the NES port. They already completed a new Metal Gear. The one you destroyed 3 years ago was only a prototype. The new improved Metal Gear is many times more powerful. They're also working on a light version for mass production.
Let me guess, it's not as powerful as the one made way back in the Cold War.
It's hilarious.
There was metal gear to attack the nuke disposal sites.
It's hilarious considering, how considering the prequels also have Metal Gear prototypes in them.
Yeah.
Precisely, man. Metal Gear is a nuclear-equipped walking tank. Whatever, you need to destroy the weapons.
Yeah, basically.
Zanzibar Land now has the only nukes in the world. And now we have the sights set on Oilix, a miracle energy source.
Which means that we need to take all that back.
Snake. Now that you know all of this, perhaps you can guess who is behind it.
And...
Wink, wink.
Big Boss.
That's right. Well, we did have an after credits dialogue of him confirming
The
his
very
survival.
thing with Metal Gear and Oilix, he plots to rule the world, of course. We cannot let the secret of Oilix fall into his hands.
That's just the thing, Madnar. Let's just say Madnar is not telling us the whole story of what Big Boss intends to do.
Science is not meant to be used only for killing. Mars will is strong, but his heart is weak. We must hurry.
It would have been really simple for Kojima to just go with the he wants to take over the world stuff, but trust me, Big Boss's motivation is way more complex than that.
Yeah.
If they use drugs on him, he won't last long.
Maru and I were both carrying microtransmitters inside our bodies. They were given to us by a female agent from STB.
But I was about to be careful.
About that.
They explode.
STB, huh?
You could get in touch with her if you knew her frequency.
That was totally intentional, wasn't it?
Madnar, what are you going to do?
Drink vodka like there's no tomorrow. The wall separating us is made of cobham armor plate. You can't blast your way through it. Just leave me here and go rescue Marv. Again, vodka and shit.
Go rescue Marvel. Alright, I'll come back for you later.
Alright then.
Snake.
Yeah.
My daughter Ellen is a fan of yours. She's not married yet, and I'm afraid I...
Don't worry, we'll get you back home safely.
Oh, and I have a zoologist friend, John Jacobson, who lives around here. You can reach him on frequency 140.40.
Trust me, that guy is gonna be really useful near the end.
He'll tell you anything you need to know about animals.
Yes.
How big are giraffes?
How random.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you get home in time.
Well, I did say anything you need to know.
Alright.
Thank you, Snake.
Yep.
And then he goes back to chugging vodka.
By the way, I really love the...
Moscow, I don't know the freaking words.
By the way, I really love this theme. Anyway.
This is Son's sake.
It
Come
reminds
in.
me of Metroid. Who is this guy?
I guess we can go
But
with you.
I think he wears you, Pedro.
Sure. Why does Foxon use animals for codenames anyway? Who came up with the idea that animals are so warlike? So there you go, he's an animal lover. People,
I
that's
was
who.
going to ask that question anyway.
I just don't get it. Over and out.
Thank you.
Answer
Hey,
very more like.
Wow, that was very random.
Well, the way it works, Shiro, is he only gives us information when we're actually whenever we're near an animal. Then we can call him and he'll tell us about that animal. But when there's no animals around here, so he will not tell us anything about it.
Yeah, we didn't even get like a presentation or something like, "Hey, I'm Snake. Can you help me?"
I just called him so I could record his number on the frequency list.
Okay.
Because every time you call someone, their number gets recorded in the frequency list, so you can just select it from the menu. So it's always a good idea to do that immediately for the sake of recording it.
I forgot. If you know already code when you start the game, can you actually implement it already?
I'm sorry.
If you know already the code from the very beginning, in
Yes,
this case 140.
in some aspects, yes, you can get ahead of that in some ways. However, there are certain story important frequencies that the programming stops you from using it for the sake of keeping the plot straight.
Makes sense.
So, Pedro,
Yes, Jova.
Big Boss is back.
Yes, he is, and
Yeah, we have to have the plot twist already.
Okay. Now,
We-
Pedro,
we already knew from the after credits scene, the first game.
I know that, but people are probably wondering how the heck does the feedbacker get getting gunned down? Now, you
Phantom
and
Pain
me
will explain
both,
that. Yeah.
Now it's
basically,
yep.
Shiroi, the last Metal Gear game literally takes place right before the first one.
Now, about that though, what do you think Kojima had in mind when he actually made these two games? Like, seriously. Or did he just think, or you have to wonder if at first he was just gonna plot hand-wave it, because, yeah, up until Phantom Pain, there was no explanation whatsoever as to how Big Boss was about getting gunned down.
Well, we can get into that when we actually get to Phantom Pain.
Wasn't there like an explanation at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4? Forgot.
No, that's different too.
Metal Gear Solid 4
First of all, don't say anything else because Shiroi here. Second,
I was just meaning a simple explanation.
Let's just say what happens in the epilogue of MGS4. That's a different situation altogether. That has nothing to do with the ending of the ending of Metal Gear 1.
Okay.
For those who
again, I just have to wonder though. Was Kojima planning to just ignore that until Phantom Pain?
No, I don't think it's so much that. It's more so the fact that, remember, Jova, Mark Cerny told us in the Metal Gear Solid Legacy documentary that comes with the special edition of Phantom Pain, that right after everybody went on vacation, he would always stay in the office writing the stories for the sequels. So I'm pretty sure most of it was planned in advance. There might have been some changes there might have been some changes over the years, but yes, there was planning.
I'm not quite sure Kojima planned out Phantom Pain, though, when he was making Metal Gear 2.
Well, yeah, obviously, but, the thing we have to remember is that the problem with Phantom Pain is that it was rushed as hell because of Konami.
No, I know that. I'm just thinking, though, at what point did Kojima start planning out Phantom Pain? Because
Jova, you know Kojima, he'll never tell us because he loves to keep the fans guessing.
Yeah, I just have to wonder, though, until Phantom Pain was going, was Kojima I wonder if actually, in truth, he just forgot about that point, and then when he found out, when it turned out Phantom Pain was going to be a prequel, that's when he decided, oh yeah, there's this one plot point I kind of left hanging, because... That's
actually very common. It's very common for writers of long-term franchises to sometimes go back to an earlier game and, oh, that's right, there's this loose thread that I left here. I guess I could take advantage of this for something.
I know that. It's Kojima we're talking about. He's kind of a case.
It's kind of like a certain identity of a certain new character in MGS4. Like it's one of those things where it's such a random thing to bring back, but by all means, it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Basically, Shiroi, in MGS4, there's a new character that later gets revealed to be just a random guy that we only see for like a second in MGS1, and it's such a okay, I remember that. How random to bring that back.
Not just that, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just say that he actually an important plot point.
Yeah.
I've kind of gotten used to the fact that Kojima just does whatever the hell he wants.
No. See, the thing about Kojima is that he refuses to repeat himself. He prefers to make sequels that defy rather than cater to expectations, which is why Metal Gear Solid 2 was the way it was, because he didn't want to just make yet another adventure with Solid Snake. He wanted to make something that was different, which is why we had the plot based around digital information being deceptive. So,
I'll admit I definitely appreciate him for following through with his plans and whatnot. But I will admit it kind of makes Metal Gear Solid 2 a bit of a mess for me, gameplay wise, and I'm not gonna say that it's bad, but compared to the other Metal Gear Solid games, Metal Gear Solid 2 kind of felt like just planning.
Metal Gear Solid 2 was a big gamble, a big risk, and honestly, I think it really paid off. Never as a game to me, if you ask me. I can't get into details because of Shiroi, but to me, never as a game married its message with its structure so frustratingly well. The entire game is built around deception.
Frustrating, especially.
The entire.
Looking forward to seeing that.
The entire game is built around deception, and even the gameplay builds into that. It's
the problem is that a lot of people didn't took it well for the wrong reasons.
That's just the thing, Theo. Over the course of the years, Metal Gear Solid 2 has garnered a lot more love since back when it first came out, especially regarding
for the fact that the plot twist pretty much predicted.
SOPA. And now net neutrality. Once again.
Once again, a Japanese developer predicting the future.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Kojima and
shit.
Shitakumi, those two especially seem to be adept at predicting the future and world stuff.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, that reminds me.
But wasn't it revealed that Kojima's a fan of Ace Attorney?
Oh, you cut away.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
so that
revealed.
makes a lot of sense.
Shiro, everybody in Japan is a fan of Ace Attorney. So.
But you know what I would love to see? Kojima actually helping out on an Ace Attorney game. Because Kojima's a fantastic enough writer that I would at least like to see him guest write for Ace
Well,
Attorney.
to be fair, when he collaborated with Mercury's team for the first Castlevania Lords of Shadow game, they just say that his influence can be perceived in some places.
Hold on, Jova, that's you.
Who are you?
And how do you know my name?
You know who it is, Jova. Go ahead.
I'm your...
Plot thickens.
Let's try and see if we can find his frequency, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry, Jova. We'll tune in and find your new frequency. Hey.
Apparently it doesn't work.
Hello, welcome to Pedro Pizza. May I take your order? Shit, sorry, wrong number.
Alright.
Well,
This place...
It's always the minefield, go ahead.
Yeah, this place is a...
Go.
This place is a minefield, which means, of course, you have to use the mine detector so you know where they are.
I mean, could you imagine Snake ordering a pizza? It'd be like,
It's like in the Super Mario Bros. Movie where Koopa tries to... There's this running guy where he wants to get the pizza.
yeah, it'd be like, but hey, are you 30 Minnesota's free? Yes, can I have a pepperoni pizza and a large fries? And can you deliver it into the middle of the jungle?
Pro trip. Like the commander said, if you crawl over the mines, you'll collect them. So it's a good idea to always do that, so you can have a good stock of mines, because they're going to be really useful.
Sweet. More weapons, and we don't even get shot by it.
Yeah.
And also, your radar seems to help a lot. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's because while the mine detector is equipped, the mines will show up on your radar. So even if you don't want to collect mines, you can just avoid them. They're in the radar, so just dodge them there.
That's very nice.
All right, let's continue.
And obviously, they're placing this area on the checkpoint, I mean on the blue victory points.
So, Pedro,
Yes, Jova.
since we're talking about Konami,
What have we done this time?
well, you remember Dr. Latrek and how that kind of went up Layton?
Let me guess, a mobile sequel.
I would. Turns out, Dr. Latrek is actually their lesser ripoff of Layton. See, they actually kind of ripped off Layton earlier. A game called Zack and Umbra, which
I don't remember it.
I
Usually-
have no idea what that game is.
I'm usually aware of these obscure stuff. Let me check.
it's a DS game that came out after Spectre's Flute, as Europe called it, and it has the same interface, the same cutscene style, the same correct animation, and the same puzzle structure.
What do you mean it's called? Zack and Umbra?
Basically, Pedro, Zack and Umbra makes Dr. Latrek look original tenfold by comparison.
Man, Konami really wanted in on the Layton money really bad, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible to get more rip-off than the track, but okay.
Actually,
Before the track.
Well, to be fair, Shirai, outside of, the top hat and coat and,
it's not so much that.
It's more of an RPG. I mean, it's an RPG that happens to have puzzles. Don't get me wrong. The latent inspirations are still there, blatant, but
It's not even so much that. It's more so, Shiroi, the fact that, Oh, hold on, go ahead. Shiroi.
That's
Singing
Singing
sound. Imported all the way from Okinawa, Japan.
singing sound, okay. It squeaks when you walk on it. The sound will give your position away, so be careful. See ya.
Kojima-san, what did the aliens do to your brain anyway?
I think he is the alien, Pedro.
And trust me, Shiroi, this is it. If you think this is weird, you haven't seen shit yet. In this game, even.
Yeah.
Wait till you see how we get. Wait till you see how we get over pools of acid.
We jump over it.
Webs, you wish. Anyway.
No, I got it. In them GS twin stakes, that's what Snake actually does. He bounds over it.
We'll see.
Well, that game's so crazy anyway.
Alright, let's get...
What's that noise?
More ration. Yeah, like I just said...
Let's get...
The guards will actually just stand there wondering, so as long as you got them in a good position where they can't see you, feel free to walk over it, it's fine. They'll just stay there like dumb little... There we go. Now back to doing their rounds. Come on, asshole.
Come on. Come on, I could have ordered my pizza faster than you guys.
Right.
I wonder, considering, well, it's another game, but considering the usual diet of Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3, I wonder what kind of pizza I would love to have.
Pepperoni. Either that or he's one of those more spicier pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Suppose.
like spicy food.
Remind me if next time. So next time we see each other, she will remind me never to get you a curry.
Or Mexican stuff. I usually tend to eat spicy food only for a pizza challenge, like with friends.
Is there a Nando's in Swansea?
There is a Nando's.
Okay.
Alright.
And
Bye.
now's not the time for Nando's.
That's it. Oh, look at that. Ammunition.
That comes later.
Alright,
There we go.
That
That sounds like the Mugo sound effect in Final Fantasy 7.
maybe it's just a stock sound effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Alright.
I don't seem to find that game that Jova mentioned. But the closest thing I seem to find is something called Time Hollow.
Maybe it's
Oh, well, when he
Yeah.
gets back, I'll ask him.
maybe there's a different name in Europe or something. I don't know.
Probably. Well, no, I'm checking English Wikipedia, so... How tense. Are you purposely trying to avoid killing anyone that's not necessary? Like unlike the Green Beret guy?
No, it's more so, well, that too, but also, the thing is, remember too, it's kind of hard to run past them because, again, if I run, they get alerted because of the sinking sand. What the hell could you do?
True.
So, okay, so, pistol.
Alright.
Let's see what we can find here. Oh! A Hind D. Oh crap.
Well, the music told us that it's a boss fight.
Yep.
So there you go. Snake, one single man with a scarce arsenal against a flying helicopter military vehicle. It's like one of those messages.
Unfortunately, we don't have the missiles for this purpose, so we're just gonna run away.
It's like that image. Who will win in a fight? An our fully armed, equipped, trained military vehicle, some bloke with a gun.
There we go. Fortunately, the Hind D will not chase you beyond its area. It pretty much works like the Bulbors in Pikmin. If you run away from their territory zone, they'll just stop chasing you.
That's nice, I guess. Well, at least you don't have the time limit and everything.
There we go. Alright, there's no mines here, so let's just go. Alright, I guess we'll have to go look for missiles and come back here later.
Alright then.
Alright, in the next part, we continue our search for Dr. Marv. Where could he be?
And his daughter.
We'll
see.
Actually, it's Matt now who has the daughter too, not Marv.
Right, I'm sorry. Yeah.
See ya, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.